I am late. This is Rack of the Week 156, and it should have been out last Sunday. I forgot to publish a Rack of the Week before I went to my Vegas trip. When I got back Sunday night, I was too tired. I woke up Monday morning sick as a dog. I don't know what it was, but some people are saying something was going around at that convention, and I'm sure it was. I could barely move, and I felt a little bit better Monday night, just a little. Struggled my way through a live stream where I talked about the trip and my new cue. Tuesday wasn't much better, neither was yesterday. I finally feel okay. You can still hear some graveliness in my voice, but I'm not coughing up phlegm anymore. Never had a fever. It was just really achy, and still my entire back hurts right now. I have been lying down almost all the time the last 4 days. But I feel like I can get some work done today, so I got to get this Rack of the Week done. I've had a couple that were late before, but never this late. But this is 156 of them in a row. This is a 7-foot pool table we're going to look at today. This is the Predator 7-foot. It's a new table that's come out, and that's what they were using at the BCA Amateurs next to the Predator Pro event in Vegas last week. So I wanted to try it out. I wanted to try and play straight pool on it. For the record, my high run on 7-foot tables playing straight pool on a Diamond Smart Table is 99 balls. On a Valley bar table is 135. Valleys are really easy. With more time, more effort, I'm sure I could run a lot more. I'd like to score a century on a Diamond Smart Table. And I think it can be done on the Predator. I struggled on this table. And I think it was because of, I think I've gotten spoiled by the little donuts that are on my table here at home. I'm getting a really tight rack every single time. You know, you're hand racking on these tables, you got to really work them to get them tight. Otherwise, they're not coming open. You got to play for big angles on your break shot. That actually helps you not scratch on these tiny tables. The pockets are a little bit difficult if you don't hit them cleanly. On some angles, especially with some speed, it's going to spit them out. Diamonds are the same, though. I'd like to have another whack at them, but I don't think my high run was more than 56. I only had a couple of sessions because they had record attendance at the BCA Amateurs this year. Every table, there was over 300 tables. They were all going morning to evening. And so I finally got out there late at night one night, and then on the final day before they shut off the power and started taking them all down. Let's get into this rack and take a look. Yeah, I call this Six Pockets Can Do. It's interesting. You might say to yourself, how do you play straight pool on a bar table? What do you need to do different? Honestly, not much. The bar table makes it, the 7-foot makes it easier because there are no long shots. So you can actually shoot some shots that you wouldn't want to try on a 9-foot table, cutting balls up table to open the rack and do different things like that. You just got to be careful not to scratch, but there are actually more options for you, but so the patterns are really the same, and this rack is one example. You can see I'm shooting low, so I could have scratched on the side real easily there, but I didn't. But I shot low, and the cue ball drew up table and back down. But on a 9-foot table, the cue ball traveled far enough to travel to the headrail and stop. So it's not like you're drawing it up and down. It's just a regular draw shot. In this example, the ball's open really well. And I hit it really hard with not an extreme cut angle, but a bit of a cut angle. And so this is an example of a rack that opened really well. I've got a couple of opportunities for break balls, on this side of the rack and over here. You saw me walk around and look at this, and I've identified already the issue is these two balls are a little bit tied up. That's about the only issue on the whole table. If I end up shooting one of these as a break ball, maybe this will be the key ball. But look, the planning is the same as a 9-foot table. And I can tell you this. When on a 7-foot table, when I get the rack open, as you see in this example right here, I'm going to clear the table. As long as you don't do anything dumb, there's like 101 different ways to do it. All the shots are super easy because it's a 7-foot. The principles are the same, though. Attack your problems immediately. That's what that shot was all about. So I've got the angle that I wanted on the 6. Yeah, do I not like it, or do I like it? Okay, if I don't like it, I'll shoot something else to come back around and deal with it again. I'm like, okay, no, I'm going to shoot it. I think what's happening is I'm ruining the 7 as a break ball. Yeah, and I didn't really want to do that, but I've got break balls over on the other side, maybe that 5, and so I was okay with that. So now here, I'm going to shoot this 7 ball up table. You know, you're going to think twice about this shot. You'll still shoot it on a 9-footer, but on the 7-foot, it's the same as shooting this shot along the short rail on a 9-foot. So you can play position to a lot of places on the table there. I believe I'm going to shoot this strike ball on the bottom now. Oh no, am I shooting a combination? Oh, that ball went through the other 2. Okay. Oh, and I remember why I'm showing this rack now as the rack of the week. I call this 6 pockets can do, because the principles are exactly the same. So now I'm walking around taking a look at exactly what do I want to do here. And I make a mistake that causes this run to end. This is the end of a 56 ball run. And it's the same principle that can jump up and bite you on a 9-foot table. So I'll go ahead and hit pause and tell you right now, because the order that I shoot these remaining balls isn't terribly important. Obviously, I'm going to be breaking the rack, or want to break the rack with this ball. That means I need to get these balls cleared out of there. I'd like this as a key ball. So I'm kind of in this situation right now where I'm about to make a mistake, and it's this. I only have 1 ball up table. I need to get rid of it. The reason is, if this is your key ball and this is your break ball, what connects to the key ball? Any of these balls can be a K2 to easily get you on this key ball in the side pocket. So leave them and get the up table ball. And I think that's what I'm trying to do, and I just kind of flub it a little bit. Let's take a look. I can use this up table ball, the 1 ball, to set me up for this ball. For these balls over here, but I decide not to do that. So I've decided. My thought process is almost good. Let me get out of the way. Okay, because I've got 3 balls to use as a K2 in combination to get on this, and right here is where I go and look at this a couple of times, because I'm about to shoot this ball, and then I think about it, and I'm like, wait a minute, because if I shoot this 14 ball right now, I can't play position for the 1. Even if I could, then I've got to do something funky to play position for the 1 to get back down over here where I've got options into this pocket. Okay? And so the 1 ball needs to be gone. And this is, so I'm coming over here to take a look at it. Yeah, I'm commiserating over this. And I look at that. I'm looking at the 1 right now, and I don't shoot it. Big mistake. Massive mistake. And if you were on a 9-foot table, it'd be exactly the same. You have to shoot. I'm dead straight on the 1. You have to shoot the 1 ball now. It's just a stop shot. Then you shoot the 14, and then you have the 8 and the other 2 stripes, and you're on your K2, and your run continues. So that's the mistake, and that's why... even though it may not seem like it, straight pool on a 7-foot table is exactly the same as straight pool on a 9-foot table or an 8-foot table. It's the same patterns, the same thought processes, the same shot choices. There aren't a whole lot of real different shot choices. There are some, because you could, like I said, you can shoot some balls up table that you wouldn't shoot on a 9-foot. So I make the decision based on the principle. When you have a choice between 2 shots, take the easier one, and that's why I shot that. But I think it's a mistake, because there's also a principle that says choose the shot that has more advantage in the pattern, in improving the pattern. Okay, so this is not bad. What I've decided is that I'm going to go ahead and shoot this stripe. I'm going to spin with a little bit of right English so that I got the cue ball over here. Then I can cut this ball in and come up center table, and then I can play position on the 1, from the 1 over here for the 4 in the side. That's a lot of 9-ball positioning, and that's no good And then I do this, which is just unacceptable. Yeah, and I'm not happy about it at all. So, a rack that could have been easy, could have been so easy to continue the run, and it ended at 56. So I hope you learned something from that. I give this one a good go. I look at this twice. I've got a backwards cut into the side on this 4. I want to try and preserve the 5 as the break shot. And the cue ball is going to come here and here, and I think it's going to hit this rail below the side pocket. That's what I'm kind of looking at right now. I'm trying to plan this out. And if it hits there, if I can cut this in and hit the rail here, I think I might maybe have a chance of missing this one, and I'll come around and have a shot on either one of these balls, and I can still make this rack work. I do pocket the ball, but I don't get around the 1. Now, if I had hit that one ball just a little bit fuller, I would have had an easy shot in this corner, and I still could have got there. And this is, I'll point out one thing. This is what you might do differently on a bar table that you wouldn't do on a 7-footer, is that if the one ball landed here, I could tap it in, come over here, and then you can play this shot where you're just cutting this stripe in the corner and doing one rail position here. The reason you can do that on a 7-foot table is the distance is so small. It's very easy to judge the speed and the angle. You wouldn't choose this key ball on a 9-foot table because it's much harder to control. But on a 7-foot, you can get right there, and that's just a little bit of bad luck that I didn't contact the one ball full enough to have that option. I'm trying to keep this run going, and it's kind of hilarious in its futility. But I've got to shoot the 5 if I want to try and keep the run going. This stripe ball is missable, and even if you make it, you got a real good chance of hitting the 5. And so I'm going to shoot the 5. This ball here, this stripe does not work as a break shot. So I've got to get an angle on this ball where I can draw the cue ball to the bottom rail and hit the side of the rack. So let's go take a look at that angle. And I don't want to get a sharp angle, because I won't be able to pull it down there. And then likewise, on a 9-foot table, this break shot, not so good. You have a chance, but it's not so good. On a 7-foot table, you have a real good chance because it's a short shot. It's not very long, and you're almost guaranteed to hit the side of the rack if you can get a good angle on this one ball. Yeah, I'm still wishing I could use this ball as a break ball from below the rack, but I can't. It's past the corner. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I can't hit the corner. So shot line to the 1s here. Yeah, I got to get on this side. So this is a rack that I failed on. I thought it'd be educational to show that for that reason. I've got a bunch of 28 and 42 and 56 ball runs on this 9-foot Predator. I've got, I think, 3 sessions that are posted on my YouTube channel if you want to see me struggling through watching balls. See if you don't think that reason is the same. The reason why I had trouble was a lot of times getting the balls to open on the break shot. As it is, I got too little angle. It's going to be really hard to get the cue ball to open up. I'm hoping to hit the side of the rack, knock something loose towards the bottom, and get the cue ball over here. We'll have a shot this way to re-break the rack right away. And as it is, I hit the rack, but I don't quite hit the corner ball full enough, so I don't get anything loose. Yeah, I hit the corner ball. If I hit the corner ball fuller, then the corner ball would have gone to the rail, and the cue ball would have gone this way, and I would have had a shot. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But that was my best attempt to get through that rack and get into the next one. Run ends here. I don't have a shot, so that's a 57 ball run. Go check out my other run attempts on the Predator if you're interested. I'm going to go ahead and make the next rack of the week so we don't have another late one. Thanks for waiting, and I'm feeling better. I'm back in the swing. I'm going to get some work done today. And thanks for watching. Remember, if you're going to play pool, play it straight. See you next week. Bye.